Oh, here we go. Question from Wandering Souls. What inspired my username? This has very quickly gone from how to make a quiz show to happy Q&A.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to back to day 3 of CubedCon 2021. Today, our first panel of the day will be how to make your own Minecraft game show with the one and only Happy Wheels. Why don't you introduce yourself, my good sir?
I will, thank you very much. Hello everybody, my name is Happy and I host the Quiz Live, and this panel is going to talk about how you guys can start your own quiz show. It's going to talk about what the Quiz Live is, how it all started, any issues I have with it, any issues you might have with yours, and we're going to have, possibly, if we have time at the end, because we've got the Knock Squad game show after this, woohoo! If we have any time at the end, I have challenged you to write some questions for me.
I have indeed. I have those prepared if we have time. So to kick us off, what is the Quiz Live? I believe that's your game show.
It is indeed. So the Quiz Live is a Minecraft quiz / trivia show. We have 7 studios filled with different games, and each show has 3 contestants. The show is streamed live on YouTube on the occasional Saturday. It is a live show, so that does make things harder than if it was pre-recorded. But yeah, that's the Quiz Live in a nutshell. 7 studios, 3 contestants, 1 winner. Da-dun.
That's amazing. How did it start?
Interesting story. So every Saturday I do a live stream on YouTube, and I was getting fed up. I was doing plenty of minigame servers, plenty of Minecraft maps, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something different today. And I'm like, wandering around, what can I do? Quiz show. So I spent the Saturday morning just placing down a couple of blocks, building a quick set, which is actually the one that, if anybody's been to the Quiz Live booth and you go into Studio 1, that is the same thing. That has been there since 2019, that one. So that's how that started. It started with just 2 studios. There was a 3-player version and a 2-player version for the finale round. And exactly the same game. That was the Quiz Live. That's how it started.
So interesting. So how easy is it to run the Quiz Live? Is it challenging? Is it actually not as hard as some people might think? Give us the details.
Yeah, so if you actually design the games to work with just one player in mind, as in I am one person. I haven't learned how to be 2 people yet. So it's actually not that hard, but obviously I have 2 Minecraft accounts. I have the camera account, and I have one that controls the games, pushes all the buttons, makes things work. I would say the hardest part about the show is actually finding contestants, like setting up the games, easy, writing the questions, I'm a bit slow on that, but easy, and finding people that are available. Time zones, they're the worst. Don't like time zones.
Time zones are always challenging, so that seems to be one of the challenges of running a game show. Are there any other challenges running it yourself?
I mean, if you have a great idea, right? You have a great idea for a game, but you don't know how to make it. Obviously, you're limited by your own ability. So if you were on, say, a map team like Raza Studios, for example, if they have something they want to do, there's a lot of them. They can bounce ideas between each other, but when you're on your own, you have to spend time looking for somebody who's agreeing to help. Do they want a little bit of credit? Do they want something from the map? So finding somebody to help you, that's one thing. As I say, you're also limited with what you can do. But if you're not wanting to make a massive game show and you wanted to stick to something a bit smaller, like the Quiz Live, hey, shameless plug, you should be just fine with yourself. And it's also easy to have the 2 Minecraft accounts rather than 1, if you can afford that, because then, as I say, then again, there are free alternatives, but obviously you would be limited. You can get mods. I think one that everybody's favorite Callum would talk about is the CMD cam, I think it is. You can place down a camera and then walk around as like a third person, so that's quite a good one if you wanted to do that. But that's any more challenges.
That's really clever. So the studios on the Quiz Live seem quite small. Does size matter with the studios?
So I would say as long as you've got a concept for the game and it's going to work and be enjoyable to play, no, size doesn't matter. I mean, with my show, the Quiz Live, it entirely depends on camera angles. So I usually play 30 FOV and contestants are always in line. But Season 1, which is based on my booth this year, Season 2 is going to have a whole bunch of new things. We're going to have different camera angles, so moving cameras. That's going to be quite fun. No mods, just vanilla for that. So that uses teleportation commands and spectator mode. And we're also going to have, I think I've used some map making tricks to get numbers on the screen. So the first round is 20 question trivia that has a 5-second countdown. So you buzz in and you got 5 seconds to answer. So we've got actually in-game 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then there's like a red or a green firework if you got the question right. But the studio size, I mean, something I did for season 1, there's a round called the Caves of the Quiz. Now that's coming back in season 2. We've had to do something slightly different because the studios are a bit smaller. Everyone's like 32 by 32 in size. But something we did in season 1 was actually go underground.
Ooh.
Yeah, and of course underground there's no size limit down there.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really interesting. So I saw that season 1 ended recently for the Quiz Live. Has season 2 started, or are you still working on it?
Season 2, ooh, yes, it's going to be good. Yeah, so season 2 is still in development, and this is actually the 3rd studio that's been developed for the Quiz Live. You could technically say the 4th. Obviously, season 1 was 3 separate studios. It was the 2 black boxes on the very first show. Then it turned into an absolute mess. It was like, a maze. I think there is a booth around here that's got an invisible maze. Think that. But a quiz show studio. And then, of course, there was the 3rd iteration of it, which was a bit better. It felt more complete, but every studio was a different size. And once you got into the studio rooms, it was kind of messy. So season 2 is going to be a whole lot better. It feels like a convention. That's not intentional, but it does. So it feels like a bit of a convention. You sort of walk in, you've got the bits that, the gates that you walk through at the front. There's like little indicators that says if it's open or closed. And then once you're in, you've got a little cafe, you've got a winners area. There's I'm going to talk about pre-recorded things later because it's a live show. So there's areas to record those. But yeah, season 2, it's going to be great. And if anybody did want to come and have a look, there is a Discord server for the Quiz Live. It's actually over at the booth for the Quiz Live. So if anybody wanted to come and have a look and have a quick studio tour, drop me a message on Discord. DMs are open and you can come have a tour.
I'll be sure to check that out, guys. So is there only going to be anything new in season 2 of the Quiz Live?
So as I say, it's still in development, but I do plan to have some new studios and rounds. Not sure what they are yet. I mean, there was one where you're sort of in a box and you're invisible to everybody else, but to the camera, you can be seen like we can see each other now. But the idea is it's a PvP round. It's called Invisibattle, and that relies on spectator mode and shader packs. Certain shader packs display spectator mode players differently. Sorry, not spectator mode, invisible players differently. But season 2 uses upgraded shaders, so things act differently. So what I'm going to try and do is, if that doesn't work, I'm going to try something called, and I've got to remember here, it was something like, do you know what? I can't remember, but it's going to be a different concept. That's only if the Invisibattle thing doesn't work. Otherwise, anything that gets brought over from season 1, for example, 20 question trivia, is a staple of the Quiz Live. That's getting a brand new look. I mentioned about the 5-second countdown thing, and the fireworks and the camera angles. Unrecognizable. It's going to be great.
Oh, that's amazing. So you mentioned earlier that you use CMD Cam. Do you use any other mods to make the Quiz Live? If you have any favorites, that'd be good to know.
So CMD Cam was one that could be used. It's not one that I've ever used for the Quiz Live. I have used it for making cinematic shots though, for things like round intros. So what I do when the round's about to start, I say, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for insert round name here, and then I press a button in OBS, which is the open broadcast software. That's the software I use to stream, and it goes like do 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 with a bunch of musics, and it shows little graphics, and it's nice and fun. So that's where I'd use things like CMD Cam. But in terms of other mods, I guess probably not for the show itself, but let's say you want to do some promotional stuff for it, get some graphics. There's a mod called the Carpet mod, which allows you to spawn in fake NPC players, and they can be used to sort of represent real players. You can have anybody you want, control them, if you know what you're doing with that. So yeah, that's another mod I'd recommend.
Oh, that's great. So what is the process of making the Quiz Live? How do you start? How does it go? And where do you end up at the end? All
right. So preparing a Quiz Live show can take about 1 to 2 weeks. Sort of from finding the contestants to actually do the show, recording all the pre-recorded sections, figuring out what games are going to be played, and then writing the questions. So this is something that I think I've touched on, I cannot remember, but if you are doing a live show, actually, yeah, I think this is for later, but I'll say it now. If you're doing a live show, I would definitely recommend, unless your show is everything's ready beforehand, like for example, I think it's MCC. Everything's ready beforehand. They can just do the randomizer. It's all ready to go. Whereas my show, because it's just me, and this could be, if you're just doing your show on your own, this might be a situation you run into as well. What you might find is it gets to the live show and you do your randomizing of the games and it's like, oh, I don't have that one prepared. What do we do now? So get all of your preparing done, especially if it's a live show. Make sure everything is sorted beforehand. I mean, pre-recorded sections, there's one that obviously says what the games are. That's called the game shelf. There's one in a challenge factory, so the contestants have to get a piece of paper that says an item and then craft it in the fastest time. What else is there? There's obviously intros for each player, so that needs to be done. A lot of pre-recorded stuff. Make sure that's all ready. And then on the actual day, we have a show's Discord server. This is separate from the public Discord server. And if you're on there, I will invite you there. And we'll get into a call 15 minutes beforehand, get on the server, get everybody in their places. And I don't actually tell the contestants what the rounds are until the stream. So,
ooh, bit of mystery for them.
Bit of mystery for
Keep
them.
them on their toes. I like
Absolutely.
that. I like that. So how do you pick the contestants? Are there applications, or is there some sort of process that you have to go through to become a contestant?
So there is an application form, but it's more of a case of just registering your interest. My aim is to give everybody a chance to be on the show if they want to. So the application form is pretty simple. It's mostly, do you have a good microphone, internet connection, what's your Minecraft name, Discord name? If you apply for the quiz live, chances are at some point you're going to get on.
That's always good to know for anyone that might be interested in signing up for the quiz live. So what advice would you have for anybody who's wanting to create their own Minecraft game show, for anyone in the audience?
Absolutely. I mean, probably they've gone. I was going to say Callum. They've gone. No, he's there. There he is. We need to get this shady, all these busy people game show. Yes. No, any advice? So, as you can tell, the quiz live is me, myself, and I. Really, like, if you just want something fun, something enjoyable to watch, you really don't need a large team to make a game show. But if you can get a couple of friends together to help you out, it will be easier for you. Other advice, if you're going to go for a live show, as I say, make sure everything's ready beforehand. Pre-recording segments can help. For example, if you need to know what rounds are going to be played, you don't want that awkwardness of being like, ooh, this round's played. I don't have any questions written for that. But any other advice that I would give? Live shows are great because you can have viewer interaction, but if you want to have a little bit more of a highly produced show, pre-recorded might be the better option for you.
All right, well, that's great. So before we move on to opening the questions up to the audience, if they have any questions they'd like to ask you, I have prepared some trivia questions for you, a little bit of impromptu quiz live.
Hey!
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I've tried to make these as fair as I can without making them too easy. Okay.
Do you want some quiz music?
Quiz music, go for it.
Epidemic sound quiz music, yeah. Let's get the quiz music.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Which animal are creepers scared of? Question 1.
Would you accept cats as an answer?
I would accept cats as an answer. That would be correct. Yes, ocelots/cats. They are scared of them. So question 2. Not including the legs, how tall is a ghast in blocks?
Is it something like 4?
It is 4, you're correct. Without the legs, ghasts are 4 blocks tall.
Hey.
Okay. So how many gold blocks make up the treasure in the ocean monument?
Oh gosh. Also, there you go. I'm going to be completely wrong with this. Is it 12?
Incorrect. It's 8. 8 blocks make up the treasure in the ocean monument.
Don't worry, guys. This is non-copyrighted. You're fine.
But which item makes a thick potion when brewing?
A thick potion? Oh gosh, there's so many of those. There's like mundane potion. Oh my
Which
God.
only one item makes a thick potion. Which is it?
No. I'm gonna have to give you some sort of answer, so I'm gonna say, right. It wouldn't be rotten flesh, but I'm gonna say rotten flesh. Final answer.
It's not correct. It's glowstone dust.
Of course it is.
Sorry. So
Ah.
finally, last question I have for you. What is the other name given to a mesa biome?
That is the Badlands.
That's correct. So you got
Woo!
3 out of 5. Not
Yeah.
bad.
I thought I was gonna do bad at that.
Well, I did try to make them as even as I could. So
You're a lot nicer than me when it comes to question writing.
Okay, so do we have any questions from the audience in the Twitch chat or the Minecraft chat that they would like to ask about the quiz live or making a game show?
I don't bite. I promise. Yet.
All right, we have a question. So how do you fact check your questions?
Right. Okay. So, question writing is all done from the Minecraft wiki. So if I'm looking for questions, there's a feature on the wiki where you can do a random page, and I'll go through random page until I look for Java edition questions. And usually, if it's on the wiki, it's true. If I'm really not sure, then I'll do some extra research. But I think there is a round which is viewer submitted questions, and that one is the worst one because sometimes you get questions that are like, they're just wrong. And unfortunately, I have to go with what's on the form because it's the first time I see it. So there are some questions in the finale rounds that people are like, should you have asked that? And I'm like, no, but it's a live show. But no, in terms of like the questions that I write myself, all done through the Minecraft wiki.
Well, there you go. That's how they fact check their questions. So, any other questions from the audience? Please don't be shy. We are very friendly, I promise.
I see one from Shane. Happy, will you be able to help me and Myrtle build a game show? Yep, you've messaged me about that on Discord, and I've joined your Discord server. I can give you some help on that.
Have you ever helped anybody else make a game show?
No, actually, I haven't. That's an interesting thought. No, people have sort of shown me ideas, but never actually helped before. So this could be interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely help you, Shane.
Yeah. Have you ever been involved in like a game show beforehand, like making a game show before the quiz live?
Funnily enough, again, no, I've never been involved in a game show.
Ah, that's great.
So making the quiz live was my first experience with Minecraft game shows, really.
Oh, that's amazing. Someone's asking another trivia question. How many things were added in Snapshot 19W43A?
Oh boy.
I don't even know this, so they're gonna have to help us out with this one.
Yeah.
What did we both guess? We'll both suggest a guess.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 43.
Oh, I'm gonna guess 39. So closest person wins.
Yep. Give us the answer. Waiting on it. What version was that snapshot made? What version was that snapshot made for?
Oh, if it was 19, it was 2019. So what came up? Was it
1.15? 1.16?
I'm thinking aquatic update.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Was that?
No. No idea. Find out next time.
No idea.
No.
Oh, someone's asking how many enchantments. We're having an impromptu quiz show from the audience here.
I feel like I need that music back.
How many enchantments can you put on a sword?
5?
I was going to say like 4. Oh, Thea said the answer to the first question was 100 plus over 100 things. We were way off.
Yeah, slightly. Twitch chat. I'm looking at that, by the way. Any questions from you guys? And I'll have the answer.
There's no limit to the number of enchantments. Oh.
Huh.
What version boosted stone axe damage? Was that like 1.16?
Oh, 1.9. Actually, could have been 1.9 combat update.
Oh, that's very true. 1.9 then.
There's a question from Patria, is that? Have you ever thought about asking Minecraft community-esque questions? Like something about older content, creator content. So are you on about things like, say, YouTubers of the past or old Minecraft maps? Is that what you're on about? Because if so, there were a couple of questions about things like, you guys might know the Dream SMP, but people very quickly said to me, why are you asking that? That's not Minecraft related. So they very quickly got scrapped. Yeah, YouTubers of the past, like Captain Sparkles. I mean, if it's like to do with, I don't know, what map did Captain Sparkles play on Tuesday, the 22nd of May 2006? That probably isn't even a real date. Then probably not. But I could consider it. I mean, would you know what the answer is to that?
No, I wouldn't. I would not know the answer to that question. That's very specific.
Way too specific. Oh, here, we got some more questions in the Twitch chat. What year was Minecraft released? Now, are you talking about the official release or the release before? Because if so, 2009. But if not, 2000 and I want to say 11 or 12.
Yeah, I think it's 11.
Yeah, there's like many different release dates for Minecraft.
Pretty sure. Someone's asked when was Herobrine found/started? Wasn't that when the game released in like 2011?
Yeah, I heard he keeps getting removed every update.
I do too. Every single update without fail.
Oh,
Poor
yes.
guy.
Oh,
Poor
dear.
dude. Any other questions? Don't be shy, I promise. Someone has asked, the quiz live's not the only thing you made. What other stuff have you made? Plug some other stuff.
Ah, yes. So, summary. Here we go. Minecraft SMP, YouTube playthrough, Minecraft map playthrough, Minecraft maps. I do unfair Minecraft maps. If anybody wants to find me on there, on Planet Minecraft, just search The Happy Was One. If you like raging, that is. Oh, yes. I also did virtual reality at Cubed yesterday. That was really interesting. I was here, virtual reality. It's, chickens are huge. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
What was it like?
Oh, it was really interesting. Did the Biome Tour experience. You guys need to go check that out if you haven't yet. Biome Tour experience. Dude, like, climbing up a vine with my arms, like, actually doing the motion. Yeah, interesting. Workout. It's a workout.
Someone's asked, do you like chess?
I've never actually played it before.
Have you not?
Wait,
It's very thought-provoking and challenging. I would recommend it.
Unfair Chess coming 2027.
Oh my god. What version did Minecraft stop putting Herobrine in the patch notes?
Oh, yes, that happened. That was that when Microsoft took over? So that must have been... yeah, 1.12, I think.
Yeah, what, 2014?
Yeah, that sounds about right, 2014. Happy, all in capitals. Have you played Sprint Racer yet? Yeah, just not a cubed. I need to do that. Thanks for reminding me.
Someone has asked in the Twitch chat, who's your favourite zookeeper?
Oh, I have a good friend, Zoocrafted. He's my favourite.
Oh, I see. I was like, you zookeeper? Do you have a favourite? Your local zoo?
Wait a minute. That's who asked the question.
Oh!
Hi, Zoo. Hello.
Good answer then.
Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even look. I just like, okay. How was making the build live with Myrtle? Yeah, so I have actually, someone just reminded me, I have actually helped out on a game show, like, not the idea, just helping out with building. It's called the Build Land. Basically what you do is you build, it's 3 players. It's slightly inspired by the quiz live. And yeah, how was helping with that? It was interesting because it's somebody else's idea. Obviously, I'm very used to, if anybody knows me personally, you know that I like to sort of do things on my own, and I will take help from others and I will ask for help, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be doing this thing on my own. So helping somebody else and giving them ideas and sort of bouncing off their ideas, really interesting for me, really interesting experience.
So, did you find these last 3 days fun? So how have you been enjoying your time at Cubed?
Is that a trick question? Because who, I'll tell you what, raise your hand. This is going to be impossible, hence why I'm asking. Raise your hand if you haven't enjoyed Cubed. I mean, everybody's hands are down, so.
Everybody's hands are down, indeed. Someone has asked, Happy, what's your favourite game other than Minecraft?
Ah, yes. So I've been playing Minecraft since like 2012, so that's really all I've known. But if I had to give another game, I recently, as you probably guessed, got a virtual reality headset, and I've been quite into Beat Saber recently. I'm not very good at it.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
No, but yeah, Beat Saber. That would be the second one.
Okay, well, we've got time for probably one more question, if anybody has anything. Someone has asked, have you played any of the Resident Evil games?
I haven't, no, but if you recommend it to me enough, I probably will.
Davis, we did see that question, but we're not sure of the answer. So if you'll have to give it to us.
Yeah, I reckon 2012.
I want to say
2014.
2013, maybe.
Really?
What
1.16?
version? Oh wow! Really recent then.
Oh, here we go. Question from Wandering Souls. What inspired my username? This has very quickly gone from how to make a quiz show to happy Q&A. What inspired my username? I used to love the game Happy Wheels, and I was like, okay, how can I make a channel name here? Right, I'll just put the word "the" at the start and put a 1 at the end. That is genuinely how I got my name. That's literally it. Just, I liked the game Happy Wheels, stuck the word "the" at the start, and a 1 username.
Everyone's name comes from somewhere, so it's pretty good.
This is true.
It's a happy Q&A with Happy.
Absolutely. But yeah, going back to the main point of this panel, I hope you guys have actually learned a little bit about making a game show. And if you do make a game show, I'm on Twitter at @TheHappyWheels1. Or is it just @Happy? No, it's @TheHappyWheels1, and so is the Quiz Live. So if you guys do make a game show or need any help, just tag @TheHappyWheels1 or @the Quiz Live and show me what you've made, show me what you need help with, and I'll definitely help you guys. But unless there's any more questions, thank you very much for listening, and this has been the How to Start Your Own Minecraft Game Show panel.
Indeed, absolutely. Thank you very much for talking about it, Happy. I have definitely learned some things myself, so thank you very much for sharing your wisdom with us.
And thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Stay tuned, guys. Coming up next, we've got the Rasa Game Show with The Cake is a Lie and our very own Cube staff team of The Power of 3. Thank you very much for watching us. See you later.
Bye.